Hello, welcome to our room. This is 8081. We are a Princess P1 class on the Queen Elizabeth, and we thought we'd show you what it is that we have so that you can pack smarter than we did. Okay, first off, the room key can be a bit temperamental, but not today. As you come into the room, there's a very smart device here, and this is for a power saving mode. When you leave the room, you pull this out and it automatically cuts power to the room. What I will tell you is this does mean it will not charge your devices. We learned that one the easy way. So come on in. Here is the air conditioning, and it actually is an air conditioning. It does keep the room cooler or warmer. While I'm on the subject of cool and warm, what I will tell the ladies is that a t-shirt, and we were on the January Atlantic crossing. It is January 2017. We've had some rough seas, not tremendously bad, no one's been very sick, but I was worried it's January, it's the North Atlantic, it's going to be freezing. So I am the queen of cardigans and wraps and stuff, haven't needed them. T-shirt, jeans, all you needed for this cruise, you really did. I've been going down to dinner with cocktail dresses on, and I've been perfectly warm, even though I've got shawls and wraps and complete waste stuff. Anyway, I'd like to show you the storage space. Please excuse the grandies on the floor. There is plenty of nice hanging space with real hangers, so you don't have to try and do that whole it's attached to the wall thing. Plenty of space up above for cases. There is room under the bed, but we only had 2 cases, so we weren't too worried. And a nice amount of storage space for, again, husband's grandies. There you go. Safe that you can use, and life jackets. One thing I do want to say about Princess class is that the dining room, when they say informal, it is jacket required. So you are looking at, doesn't have to be a DJ, but the gentlemen do need a jacket. Informal means no tie, but formal, I would say 95% of people in the Princess dining room had tuxedos or dinner jackets, depending on what you want to call them, and the women were wearing, okay, this is just a non-formal dress, just around the knees, cocktail dress, very pretty, and then she says looking desperately for her ball gown. Okay, so you aren't going to be out of place wearing your finery, and it's really fun to dress up. On the 9-day crossing, we had 3 formals, and all the rest were informals. They do also no jeans around the ship after 6 o'clock at night, and no sleeveless tops for the guys. Sleeveless tops for women, obviously the more skin shown the better. But it was definitely, if you didn't want to do that, there are options for you. I think you can eat in the Lido, but honestly, if you come across a Cunard boat, half of the fun is dressing up, half of the fun is just putting on the makeup and putting on the high heel shoes that I never wear. Small top tip, ladies, if you are walking in high heel shoes and it's rough sea, take the shoes off. Now I'm going to go into the bathroom. So come on in. We have a full tub, which is lovely, and the Penhaligon, apparently that means something to people. We live in the States, so Penhaligon doesn't mean anything to me. And we have chosen to pull the line across, which means you can dry things, which is very helpful because you really shouldn't put stuff on balconies, otherwise you stand a good chance of losing them in the Atlantic. Hacker's tip, if you have, what are these things called? Toiletry bags. If you have those that are thinner rather than wider, they can fit on these shelves. This one's one of these ones that's supposed to be hung up, but like this, no matter how bad the seas are, that's not going to fall off. This one, which is my husband's, which is a bit fatter, doesn't fit and it falls out. Okay, things not to pack in the Britannia class. We have good quality shampoo. I mean, I have serious hair. Good quality shampoo, good quality conditioner. We have a lovely body lotion that's hand cream, that kind of stuff. We also get cotton buds and cotton wool. I know these things don't sound like much, but when you're trying to do 23 kilos or whatever it is on an airline, all these things add up. If my husband wants to come in, obviously it's a toilet, there's a nice, I mean, this is a lovely mirror. This is actually, I mean, like I'm 5'10", and my wingspan's 6 foot, so it's a 6 foot bathroom. I think that's about all I wanted to tell you about the bathroom, but it's lovely. And obviously it's a full bath, which is not what you get anywhere else. You get this sort of like shower stall-y thing. So you come into the room, it's a beautiful, airy, bright room. We obviously have tons of storage space. I mean, bedside cabinets have got 3 drawers in. We come with the ubiquitous, please buy, you know, stuff. This is a mini fridge and it has all sorts of goodies in it. Honestly, if you are going to waste $5 or whatever it is on the chocolate or the Pringles because you are too lazy to walk 1 flight up for the leader, which is awake 23 hours a day, you deserve to waste that kind of cash. Cunard has a very reasonable 2 bottles of wine policy, so we've been having a very nice before dinner drink. One great thing about the Princess Grill, these things are free. So, you know, no more messing around or going to go and get a glass of water from the Lido and taking it down to your room before you sleep. Both my husband and I enjoy a glass of water when we sleep. We just do. Obviously you have a nice desk, you have, okay, top tip, English people, there is 1 English plug. Americans, we have 2, okay? So if you were a Brit, that's the only English plug I've found. Strongly recommend you bring a power strip of some form. Americans, if you're really going to be plugging in more than 2 devices, same kind of thing. Yeah, we've got phones we've been keeping charged, we've got fitness equipment we've been keeping charged. Oh, honestly, two sets of plugs has been enough for us. Oh yes, the husband has just pointed out, top tip, go and buy a Bluetooth speaker. This tiny little thing pairs with his phone or my phone, it doesn't really matter, and then you can have some quiet music to your room. Obviously be considerate to the people around you, you know, no wild parties at 2 o'clock in the morning, please. We have 2 televisions. We're not television people, so these have never been on, although I beleave if you tune to channel 40, that gives you the announcements, and because they're very sweet, they don't pipe the announcements into your room. We've got no idea what's going on because we haven't been watching this. And 40 is also bridge cam, so if you want to see when the sun comes up, you can, you know, you can leave that on silent and you can see when the sun comes up. Personally, who the hell wants to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning, but that's each to their own. More storage space. Lovely little feature from the Princess Grill. Excuse me. This is the menu. The advantage of the Princess Grill is, like in the Britannia class, you get a choice of a number of items. The advantage of the Princess class is if you decide that you don't want to go upstairs, you know, that whole 3 flight sort of thing, you can just phone up, explain you're in Britannia class, and they will actually bring that to you. Sorry, Princess class. Sorry, my bad. And they will bring that to you for lunch and for dinner, so you don't actually have to leave the room if you don't want to. And while I'm on Princess level dining, we're going to go upstairs and show them the cool our key lets us in? Yeah, probably.
I think so. We'll do that next.
But I need to put shoes on for that. Sorry, no, continuing through this, we have a huge sofa. I mean, like, sorry. Again, 5'10", bigger than I am. So, because, you know, sometimes with these wide angle lenses, you've got no idea how big stuff is. Again, huge. We had a couple of people came up for a cup of tea, because they were in a different class of cabin and they wanted to see this, and we easily had 4 people here with no trouble. There's a light for outside. Obviously this is daylight today, so there's no reason for it. There's a lock up here which is really sweet. If you're in port, I strongly recommend you use it. It doesn't happen very often, but you know, it's just one of those makes you feel better kind of thing. And there's a nice enough balcony out here, 2 rooms, 2 chairs, somewhere to sit. And it's actually pretty warm out here right now. I mean, like, my husband's in just t-shirt, and that's all I'm used to. Of the Princess class is that you there is a bespoke in the B stairwell, which is the mid of the ship. You have this button that asks you to go up. This is only for Princess and Queen's Grill members. One small life hack for the Princess Grill, there is a bar upstairs. It's only a little place, but it does its own afternoon tea, so you're not trying to rush for a seat in the Queen's Room, which can be very busy during the voyage. And also, if you ask for cappuccino and lattes, those are complimentary up there. If you go downstairs to the coffee bar, you have to pay for them. Just do these things. Okay, we're going up. As you enter into this, if you want to go into the Princess only area, you have to enter your key here to give you authorization to then go up to come up at a time when shouldn't be anybody around. So we're just going to walk into the Princess Grill and probably get thrown out, so come with us. This is the Princess Grill. We're not queens. It's a really pretty dining room. As you can see, we have so much the best views. The wonderful thing about this dining room is that no matter what time you want to eat dinner, you just come up here and it's your table. That table's over there. But that's just what it is. You come, I think it's 6:30 to 9. It's all written down in your program. I don't need to remember it, so I haven't. We chose to share a table. As you can see, there are plenty of options where you don't have to if you don't want to. Everyone has beautiful orchids on their table. You have far less people to waiters. They quickly know your names, they quickly know your drinking preferences, and the service has been sublime, it really has. Including this lovely young man who comes and makes duck à l'orange at your table, which you have to order at District 12. We have complimentary water and orange juice at all times in case you ever wanted. Right now it is a bit blustery, so for our own safety, they've closed off the decks. This is our own space. I don't know whether you can see through the windows, but there are these gorgeous canopies. Canopies, sorry, yeah, you can see the wind. That they put the deck chairs under that are really padded, really gorgeous deck chairs. And you can just sort of relax out there. You get it in the right orientation. Even in January, we've been sitting out there and enjoying some fresh air. Okay, well, I think that's all. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've learned a couple of packing things that we suggested. And if you like this video, please click like. And next time we're on such a beautiful ship, we'll do another one. It's our last day. One of the other big advantages of the Princess Room that you don't realise is that this little alcove here, instead of you tripping over your cases, you can completely get rid of them on the day before you go. However, our top tip is if you take all your clothes off the night before because you're self-disembarking, please take down all of the hangers and put them on the floor, because otherwise you get this ghostly glockenspiel at 2 o'clock in the morning and you get up and curse in 3 languages and put them on the floor anyway.